Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's Takes with Alex, and I am your host, Alex. Today we're talking about a concept, I guess it's a universal spiritual concept for sure. In Hebrew, it's called a yerida litzarich aliyah, so a descent for the sake of an ascent. All right. And I guess in like the Hermetic principles, maybe it's similar to like what goes up must come down, and what goes down must come up. So let's get into it. The title of the video is Descent for the Sake of Ascent, the spiritual power of Yerida, Litzorich Aliyah. Some of life's most painful seasons, the losses, the setbacks, the dark nights of the soul, often feel like pure descent. We wonder why we must go down before we can rise. Yet Torah and Hasidic wisdom reveal a profound secret. Sometimes the descent itself is the hidden path to much greater ascent. Today we explore the spiritual significance of Yerida Litzorich Aliyah, descent for the sake of ascent. This teaching is universal for every individual and every community that has ever faced hardship. Rooted in the eternal Torah and illuminated by the luminous insights of Chassidus, this principle offers hope, meaning, and purpose even in our lowest moments. The Torah is filled with powerful examples of descent for the sake of ascent. Jacob was forced to flee his home and later went down to Egypt with his family during famine. What seemed like exile became the birthplace of the Jewish nation. Joseph's story is perhaps the clearest. Thrown into a pit, sold as a slave, and imprisoned unjustly, a steep descent. Yet from the darkness he rose to become second only to Paro, saving Egypt and his own family. Joseph himself explained the principle, "You intended evil against me, but God intended it for good." The entire people of Israel endured harsh slavery in Egypt, a collective descent, before experiencing the greatest collective ascent, redemption, the splitting of the sea, and receiving the Torah at Mount Sinai. These stories teach us that God often leads his creations through darkness, not as punishment, but as preparation for a higher level of light, freedom, and closeness that could never be reached any other way. Hasidic masters revealed the inner mechanics of this process. The Baal Shem Tov and his students taught that Yerida Litzarich Aliyah, descent, is necessary for a greater ascent. The soul sometimes descends into challenging situations, confusion, or even spiritual lows because there are holy sparks hidden in those dark places that only it can elevate. In the Tanya, the Alter Rebbe explains that both the individual soul and the collective soul of the world undergo these cycles. The material world is a place of concealment. When we experience personal descents, failure, loss, doubt, or crisis, it is often so we can reach depths we would never access in comfort, gather the hidden sparks of divinity there, and bring them upward. This applies collectively as well. Humanity's great crises, upheavals, and periods of darkness are part of a cosmic process of refinement. Every exile, every societal struggle, every global challenge contains the potential for an even greater redemption and revelation of divine oneness. The descent breaks old vessels so the stronger, more expansive vessels of light can be formed. Understanding Yerida Litzarich Aliyah brings profound gifts to both individual lives and collective humanity. It gives meaning to suffering. Your lowest points are no longer random or meaningless. They become powerful opportunities for growth and elevation. It awakens hidden potential. Descent forces us to access strengths, faith, and creativity we never knew we possessed. It cultivates deep humility and trust. When we recognize that God orchestrates the descent for our ultimate good, we learn to surrender with faith rather than fight reality with despair. It fuels world repair. Both our personal descents and humanity's collective challenges become part of the grand process of gathering sparks and preparing for a redeemed world filled with divine light. It transforms pain into holy service. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? The resilient soul begins asking, what sparks am I here to elevate in this darkness? How can we apply the sacred teaching in our daily lives? During personal descent, when you feel low, pause and remember this may be preparation for a higher ascent. Ask yourself, what is this darkness asking me to heal or elevate? Practice mindful surrender. Hold both effort and trust. Do what you can, then release the outcome with faith. Look for the sparks. In difficulty, search for the hidden blessing, lessons, or opportunities for growth and connection. Support collective ascent. In times of societal challenge, contribute your light through kindness, wisdom, creativity, or prayer. Knowing your small actions help lift the world. Maintain holy joy. Even in descent, Chassidus teaches us to seek moments of gratitude and simcha. Joy breaks through barriers and accelerates the ascent. Reflect after rising. When you emerge from a difficult season, look back and see the hand of providence that was guiding you all along. The spiritual principle of Yerida L'Tzarech Aliyah, rooted in Torah and radiant with Chassidic light, reminds us that no descent is wasted. Every valley is part of the climb toward greater light, greater love, and greater closeness to the divine. This week, if you are in a season of descent, hold this teaching close to your heart. Trust the process. Know that a greater ascent is being prepared for you. And if you are in a season of light, use it to help lift others. If this message brought comfort and understanding to your soul, share in the comments, have you experienced a descent that later led to a powerful ascent? What helped you through it? So, if these words kindled hope in your heart, subscribe for more explorations of Torah and Chassidic wisdom made alive for our time, and turn on notifications. May we rise from every descent with greater light, deeper faith, and renewed purpose. Until next time, trust the journey, elevate the sparks, and know that dawn always follows the darkest night. Hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Be blessed, be healthy, be safe. Talk to you later.